What's up everyone? Welcome to today's vlog. Today is the start of week 5 of my vertical jump and speed training program. For those of you that have been following along, know that I've been doing this program for the past month or so. And today is actually kind of an important day because it's almost like the switching part of the training cycle. So I'm gonna get more into that, but first I'm gonna get into training, and that is gonna go right now. Sketchy. Alright, so switched it up to the falling med ball throw start, and I did that actually for a longer distance. I did that at 20 yards today. Something that you should do in your programs is, in my opinion, is to reverse engineer everything. So know what you're going to do, what the most completely complex version of the exercises that you're going to be performing is, and do that at the very end. So for example, this is the second stage of that. I went from just a normal falling, where I'm just falling, just nothing other than my body weight, to now I'm adding the complexity of having the medicine ball, falling, throwing it, and then sprinting an extra 10 yards. So there's a lot added to that, but what you got to understand is I did not add any volume, so I kept the volume the same. So almost as if it was a deload week, kind of. However, it's a little bit different because you're adding a complexity to it, and it's making the stimulus a little bit different. And when we use like a variation, it adds and creates it's supposed to create a response, whatever. Now I'm gonna finish off with dunks. Oh, and the medicine ball Viking toss. That's like an all-time favorite of mine. I was doing this in my original dunk journey. If you want to go back and watch past videos, I actually got to doing this off of like a 16-inch little bench box thing, whatever you want to call it. It's actually it's like an ottoman that I was doing it off of in those videos. But that's it. Gonna get some dunks in, some low rim dunks, and check in with you guys later. Easily the easiest I've ever dunked on this height, on this hoop. So definitely making a lot of progress. And my hip flexors are just not feeling the best right now. They're not bad, but like 7 out of 10. 2 foot, I need to just incorporate more arm swing, just like really like exaggerate it, get them back and then forward, and also get lower, but stay upright with my torso. Oh. Oh. Let's go. That was the best one I think I've ever done. That was awesome. Off the toss. Oh my God. I need to get that. If I get that perfect toss at the courts, I'm gonna stuff it just like I just did. I had a perfect approach and perfect toss. All right, so yesterday I mentioned I have a little bit of a rant or a talk I kind of want to give about training progression. There's a bunch of different ways you could, use progressions in your training. I use them in a bunch of different ways. So however you set up your training program, you're going to want to progress movements, or you want to basically scale them. So in my opinion, the best way to do this for sprinting or for jumping is to do it how I was doing, say yesterday. Let's use my example as yesterday. So I was doing a 10-yard falling start for the first 4 weeks. So I was using 10-yard falling start for the first 4 weeks. Then I progressed yesterday to adding 10 yards to that, so it was a 20-yard falling start, but I also added the med ball toss in there to add a little bit of more of a complexity. So throwing the med ball adds, it's not like a huge, it's not like doing like 5 hurdle hops before I do my sprint, but it's something that forces me to express power before I take off in my run. So it's like what the skill was I was trying to learn in the 10-yard falling start just without the med ball was I wanted to understand the angle of my body that it has to go at. So now when I add the medicine ball, it forces me to create more power in that position. So I had 4 weeks to learn how to create the angle that I wanted. Now I progress it to adding, now I have however many weeks I'm gonna run this, which will be 4 weeks, to creating power in that position. So after doing it as many times as I did it, hopefully, we like to think that we trained ourselves to, muscle memory, to think now we understand that angle without even having to mentally think about it. So we add this extra thing to force us to now put a little bit more effort in. So that is definitely one. And then in another instance, let's just say lifting wise. So today I'm gonna bench press. Now today I'm gonna do like 195 for triples. Let's just say I'm gonna do triples today. Now 4 weeks ago, I was doing say sets of 5, sets of 6, but let's just think of it in terms of reps, sets, volume, and weight. So reps, sets, my volume week 1 was very high. But weight, let's just say it was probably, I forget off the top of my head, but it was 155, around 155, 160. Now we come to progress 4 or 5 weeks in the future, and we are hitting today 195. However, the reps and the sets are about, let's just say total volume is lower, so it's like 4 sets of 3 today. You see the volume starts here, the weight starts here, and then it kind of switches like that. And basically, what if your goal is to build strength or gain maximal strength, let's say in the 1 rep max bench press, obviously it's going to be less specific when you are training 5 reps, 6 reps, but then as you go to 3 reps, 2 reps, then 1 rep, it gets very specific. So that's another thing to keep in mind. It's just another way to do it. It's just a way I would suggest progressing the weightlifting side. Obviously, there's periodization, programming, that all is important too. But just like for you, if you're a beginner, to get you to understand it, the 2 different ways I would go about adding progressions to your exercises is that way. So one way is going from a simple exercise to a complex exercise and not changing the volume as much. And the other way is to go from, use the same exercise, but then alter the volume and the weight lifted and the stimulus to become more specific. So that's my rant. Now I'm gonna get into some bench press.
I know why they ain't know me, so I switch spots. Never running out of fuel, so fuck a pit stop. I've been ballin' since a youngin', so I take shots. She just wanna fuck me cause she know I get guac. I hit the jackpot, you a mascot. I want big rocks on my wristwatch. I know why they ain't know me, so I switch spots. Never running out of fuel, so fuck a pit stop. Hold the wrist, I had to get the bag. Ice on my wrist, diamonds move a lag. Never switching position, that's where money be in my bag. Gotta thank God for all the shit that I got, I never had. Now that I'm in it, I got a ball, roll it the wrist, and downs I froze.
All things considered tonight, I feel pretty good actually. So just finished up my training session. Going to go upstairs, shower, go to sleep, and then tomorrow I'm gonna hit legs. So I'll try to do this as seamlessly as possible. Leg day. Going for this front squat PR. Going for these glute ham raises. Gonna try to do 3 sets of 12. That's gonna be my biggest challenge today, I think. And gonna start off with a pistol. Today I actually am picking up where I left off from last week, but last week was interesting because I didn't get to do the full training session. My uncle was in from Florida, so I had to go out to dinner with him. And I was kind of in a rush that night, so I am gonna pick back up the stuff that I had to cut out at the very end to rush out. I'm going to put that stuff back in, and I'm only gonna pick up where I left off. I'm not gonna jump a week and act like I made progress. Every single rep counts. It's like people cut corners. Don't cut corners when it comes to doing something like that. You only cheat yourself. Yeah. Everyone likes to say that BS, but it's true. That's it. It's really true. So that's it. All right, let me get into some legs.
Shake your hand.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
All right, so didn't hit my goal for today's training session, hit the 5 reps on the front squat. Front squat, like I said, not my best movement, just kind of been foreign to me lately. It's the first time I've done it in, I don't know, actually. I've really done it the last 5 weeks for the first time in over a year. So that plus me being down body weight, I've been dieting for a long time, as well as doing it beltless. All these things considered, you know, these are excuses. Tell yourself you did a good job. Then when you take a step back after the training session, let's just say, okay, or next time, let's just say, all right, we gotta analyze what we gotta do going forward to get better. That's my mentality. Anyways, was happy I was able to hit the full leg training session today, so that's always a good thing. And then tomorrow I'm gonna take off, and then Saturday I'm going to train high rim dunks. So we'll see what happens. It all doesn't matter unless I improve my vertical and my speed. So it's definitely not like powerlifting at all, but it's an interesting experience to say the least. So this next program though, I'm definitely gonna be doing some high bar squatting. So it's been a while since I've done that too, a full high bar squat session. You know, maybe not. Maybe I just won't squat. Maybe I'll just take off and just work on my mobility and my flexibility. Because I think at the end of the day, I think that's probably my weakness. And I think maybe if I do those things and kind of sacrifice the squat, then I'll probably, one, I'll get better in the squat in the long term, and two, will probably impact my speed, my jump training more effectively. Maybe. That's interesting. Well, stay tuned. And maybe if you stay tuned long enough, you'll be able to find out all these things on the next episode of Dragon Ball Austin.
All right, so we're gonna try to get some dunks in on that. Let's see how it goes. All right, last try, because I'm literally doing terrible. I don't know what it is, but that's it.
Let's get out of here, this place stinks. Damn, all right, that wasn't working out so well, so decided to come back and finish my top speed workout. I don't know, just like had kind of an off day. I don't know what it was, but just couldn't get any dunks, so whatever. Just gotta keep moving forward, is what it is.
Fumes on your sweater, smell is so lovely. And I will never sell my soul, but you could buy the lease. And don't believe in make believe, just make your ends meet. Say your weekend and the weekend, never stress a thing. And we gon' go another day when we don't disagree. And when the sun's shining, regardless if you do believe. Hey, celebrate in the morning when I see your face. Need you more when you go, I need you more every day. Keep a foot on the brake in case I lose all control. Yeah, so baby, don't lose control. I'm focused on you, baby. Lately you've been in my aim. I've been reaching out for you and still they're so far away. Looking through the smoke in the mirror. Crazy how I see you so clear. Crazy how I see you so clear. And how you make me smile. And how you make me smile, oh yeah. And how you make me smile, oh baby, how you make me smile. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. No, I don't wanna be left alone. Oh no.
So change exercises from the 20-yard straight leg bound to 20-yard sprint to the flying 30-yard sprint. Now, this is, in my opinion, going from less specific to more specific, and I like the 30-yard sprint variation because, or the 30-yard flying sprint variation, because it allows you to focus on holding that top speed in that 30-yard range, or that distance, regardless of whether you're doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, however far your sprints are, and you're focusing on holding that top speed and focusing on your mechanics kind of at maximum effort. So that's kind of a cool thing that, or progression, I thought, to get in there.
Smile more when you come by. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sun shines bright. Believe in me, I need you. Smile more when you blow me up. Smile more when I see you.
All right, so I got a special guest I'm actually going to introduce to you, and she's gonna try flying sprints right now. So this is Mia. Wave to the camera. All right, so now you're gonna do what I told you, all right? She plays field hockey, so I'm trying to get her faster. She's a freshman in high school, and she's gonna do her first flying sprint. All right, ready? Good, jog, jog, jog. Now go. She's got a lot of work to do. All right, so we're gonna try again. From right there, I want you to jog to the grate, and then as soon as you hit the grate, dead sprint, okay? To me. Yeah. As soon as you hit the sewers. Yeah, okay. Jog, jog, jog. Now sprint, hard, hard, hard. Hold that speed. Good, that was better.
Smile more when I feel love. Smile less when I need to let go. Let go. Smile less when I let go. You know I won't fall. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. I don't wanna be left alone. Don't leave me here.
All right, so I finished with the flying sprints, and I got Mia to do her first flying sprint. So,
Yep.
How did you like it? You didn't like it?
No,
Why not?
it's hard.
Exactly, they're hard. It's hard to hold top speed in that entire distance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But admit it though, if you get good at those, you'll probably be pretty fast, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. So, got to get her to do that, and also got to get myself to do it to my standards. So, finished off with 40-yard dashes. She didn't like that either, because the start was hard.
Yeah, it was so heavy, you know.
Right?
What
do you mean heavy?
It felt heavy when I like heavier when I did that.
What you mean when you came off the line? I guess the start is the hardest part though, and the reason why I preach to get better at the start is because obviously you're standing still, or you're in a 4-point or 3-point stance, and you're going from not moving at all to top speed, and obviously it takes time to get to that top speed. So if you're minimizing the amount of time you are in that acceleration or the dig phase, you're gonna get faster by default, because you're gonna be slowing, or you're going to be speeding up the slowest portion of the race. I know it's kind of like a tongue twister. No.
What?
So like a mind what is it called?
I don't
A
know.
brain teaser. Yeah, there you go. So that's it. I'm done with my training for the week. So stay tuned for my next vlog. I'm gonna go probably make some food and watch football. Today's Sunday. What are you gonna do? You have a game tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah. Gonna score some goals. So
Peace.
that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And do you want to do it?
Peace.
Jared, can you do me a favor? Can you look in the camera and see if you can see my head?